What's up, you guys? You all have tapped in live with Amazing Grace, and I am here to drop this collective message. Take the energy as it resonates for you and leave the rest. Of course, I hope you all rose in love, peace, and positive energy. And I just wanted to implement a breathing technique every time we go live or I'm doing a collective download. I will implement a breathing technique for you all, okay? Anyway, so let's get into this energy. Okay, you could be dealing with a lot of like talk. It's talking going on. This is some similar, it's almost like a piggyback from like not the download we just had today, not that one, but the one before the one we had yesterday about like the talking, the chatter, people talking about you and stuff like that, okay? Or even having like meetings. We've been picking up on meetings. People been having meetings about you. Now they ain't have to be in the physical with each other having meetings. They can be on the phone and shit. Anyway, um, there has been a lot of talk about changes that have been made to you, towards you, or just you overall. It's some type of change here. Okay. I'm just gonna say this. You have done a lot of work on yourself. You've done a lot of work. You've done a lot of healing work. Like, even at some points where you felt like you may have not been doing good enough, or the work that you were doing wasn't good enough. It was good enough for the divine. It was good enough for the Most High God. So I just want to let you know that you need to start giving yourself credit and flowers. You deserve flowers, honey. Also, it doesn't matter who, what, when, where, and how energy, who's attacking you, or who said what, or who thought they was gatekeeping you, or who thought that they were doing this, or it don't, all of that don't matter. Destiny is at play for you. Okay? I don't care if you just met somebody. Destiny is at play for you. Okay? Sometimes people don't understand, like, when destiny comes into play, when something here is destined to happen, nothing or nobody can stop that except for that person whose destiny it is. That's why people have been trying to get you not to do certain shit. That's why people have tried to get you to self sabotage, because even them sabotaging you, you still been able to move forward, even if you may have had bumps in the road, even if you may have made some mistakes here and there. Trial and error energy. Okay, that is what your journey has really been about. Lessons, you learn the lessons, trial and error. Yeah, but you've been protected the whole entire time. This particular contract, the parts of your mission and your journey, you have some type of abundance or some type of great fortune that has activated. Okay, it has activated, and then when I'm saying it's activated, your energy just all around the board, the spiritual abilities, the abundance, the equal give and take energy, the work that you've done, like things are your the fruits of your labor are starting to show up for you. Okay, so like I said, it don't matter what people, places, and things, who, what, when, where, and how. Like I said, that does not matter. Okay, when the divine activates your energy, whether that's your spiritual gifts or your abundance or whatever it is, like that's energy of destiny. You did the work. You did what you were supposed to do, and you did not stop. Like I said, you may have went through moments where you may have had bumps in the road, or you may have been stagnant or whatever. You may have been having moments where it was a veil over you, like you were wearing the rose colored glasses. What it is that they be saying, the rose colored glasses, where you may have been confused about something too, or you've had those moments of confusion. That's okay. It comes with the journey. It's a part of the journey. Anything that you've had to learn, any friendships, any relationships, any downfalls, any shortcomings, any uplifts, any of that energy. It was all a part of the journey, and it was all destined and fated to happen. Okay. Anyway, so that's pretty much what I wanted to say, y'all. We're gonna get straight into the tarot. Okay. I feel like you could be being watched here at this time. Okay. Somebody literally that has been watching you. They watched you heal. Like they watched you go through the trials and tribulations. They watched you go through the hardship. Like some of these people that have been coming up against you, they live from your past. Okay, from people from your past, energy of your past. Sorry, y'all. I just got my ring back in my lip, so I'm not. I got to get back used to it being in my lip again because it wasn't a ring in there. Now it's a ring in there, but um from your past, people from your past, okay? The past. Now, I'm not talking about relationships or friendships from a year ago. I'm not talking about any of that kind of energy. This is a collective message. Y'all, when I channel these messages and when I anything that comes out is what comes out, okay? It's not I'm not talking about anybody specific or anything. Whatever comes out in these messages, that's what comes out in these messages, okay? Anyway, um energy of your activation. Things have been activated. Like this it came from the work you've done. You've activated your own abundance. It's the actions that you may have been taking, or it's just time. It's time, and time has been of the essence. And like I used to tell y'all years ago, when I'm like, it gets greater later. Y'all have been on the journey. Y'all have literally been on the journey. Y'all excuse me if I can't talk right. Just excuse me. All right. Y'all see what's going on. Anywho, you've been having to be protected from um some people here. Okay, you've been protected from like nightmares, so forth and so on. All right. Um, I feel like you've also been in the space of gratitude as well. Like it literally takes for people to get you, like they have to really do something to you to like get you to be in an uproar with them or to get you to fight with them or anything like that. But I feel like you're in a space where it's like, you know what, I'm just grateful to be here. That's where you at. I'm just grateful to be here because the shit that you've had to overcome. Okay. And that's another reason why things are happening how they are happening, because everything is being activated on. And it's like you've been yourself. You are yourself. You ain't like in that energy where you allow a person to change you. Like you go against the grain. You go against the grain, and I'm getting that that has been like that has people have held energy against you, or that's been held against you. You going against the grain, or you being like a rebel with a cause. Because anytime you've rebelled, it's always been for a cause or with a cause. We have gone through, as a collective, we have gone through a lot of different experiences in the midst of our journey. Okay, remember, time is like a non existent kind of thing. Like, time doesn't exist to the ethers, first of all. It's not the same as the time that we be on, okay? Um, it's just not the same, y'all. It's time, I'm gonna say that. It's the time frame of like you're supposed to be activating. Your downloads are coming in increasingly, like they're coming in fast. And some of y'all know how I was getting downloads in my sleep. My downloads, me getting them in my sleep, had like stopped for a second. I was being blocked from the downloads happening like while I was like, y'all remember when I used to tell y'all all the time, like I was getting downloads in my sleep, and that was something that was happening for me. It's back happening again, y'all. I was getting downloads last night in my dream, like coming out of a dream, I was getting downloads or whatever. And just different things is like, you may have felt like something was on pause. That's because it was. That was a form of protection, y'all. Look, Seven of Wands. That was a form of protection. So while you're going through these different changes or this ascension, in the midst of ascension, to see this, what I'm saying, this ascension is different, y'all. This is not like any other ascension that you've ever had, because you don't just have one ascension. Some of y'all have had a few ascensions, okay? Because y'all had to start, y'all started at the bottom on y'all journey, like very, very, very low vibrational energy, and y'all had to work y'all way up. Y'all didn't just hop on y'all journey and start meditating in 1 week and you were just this high vibrational being. No, it came with hard work and dedication. Okay, so you literally dedicated yourself to this mission. You dedicated yourself to yourself when it came to finding out and figuring out who you truly were, and why you were being like made a target, and you had all these different enemies. You like the gang stalking and the bullying and people wanting to be manipulative. Like a lot of that energy came from you being tested, like literally tests that you had to pass, or you having to learn something from these specific lessons that you went through. Okay, so yeah, you could be going through like a tower, or somebody here could be facing some type of tower here. It's a tower moment here. The tower is here. Okay. So this is a tower. I'm getting like this is energy of halt. Who goes there? Somebody here could be an 80s baby, or somebody could have been born in the late 70s. But when I'm getting like this energy of halt, who goes there, like is definitely divine protection as well in the midst of this ascending energy or ascension energy. Okay, because it's people that's trying to attack you. You've been having people trying to attack you, whether this is verbal attacks, spiritual attacks, hell, physical attacks. Like they're protected from all of that here with the Knight of Swords. I'm also getting with those spiritual attacks and different attacks that you may not even like, that they're coming, that it's there, it's obvious. You are super strong, okay? This chitter chatter about how we've tried to take her down, or we've tried to take him down, or we tried to attack her, we tried to attack him, and they figured out, like, since they couldn't, for some of y'all went through this, they couldn't attack you to like where they like how they wanted you to attack you, like from the inside out. They wanted to attack you from the inside out, especially on a spiritual scale, to weaken you, to weaken your protection or weaken your immune system. Somebody here could have wanted you sick, okay? Somebody here could have dealt with some type of sickness. You recovered from some type of ailment or sickness or whatever, and you've been standing strong. Somebody here could be a Leo. I'm just getting that. Also, I'm getting here that they sitting back talking about like how strong you are and how intuitive you are, and like at first, even when you were like down and out, you may have felt down and out, you were still being protected, because fate is fate and destiny is destiny. So you may have had to go through some things, grow through like the last cycle or the last lesson to be learned. And it may have not been beautiful. It may have been an ugly situation, your last cycle, where you had to learn a lesson, or it was so close to your activation. Whatever, somebody here, not everybody, but somebody here went through a lesson or closed out some type of cycle here, very, very close to their activation. Or it could have happened, it could have been happening, some type of cycle was having being forced to close out during your activation. I just heard initiation. You were being initiated by the Most High God for your activation, for your spiritual inheritance. That is the initiation that I'm picking up on for you guys. In the midst of that, you may have dealt with a lesson or some type of cycle that had to close out. Whether you were going to stay in that cycle with this person or you were going to walk away. I feel like you walked away and you were divinely led and guided to walk away from this situation, okay? And that's what's been going on like throughout your whole journey. up until the very last lesson that you had to learn before activation really, really took effect. Um, yeah. So somebody here has been watching you, like they've watched you for a while, and even though this person, like I was gonna say before I got sidetracked, this, even though this person had it out for you, they watched you become this person, or you become stronger, because you may have always been strong. Somebody here thought they could play on your energy as far as you being like a sweetheart, or you being like very kind. I'm not gonna say nice, I'm gonna say kind. Shout out to Intuitive Mom for things that I learned from her. In the midst of different situations, I learned a few things. Thank you. But anywho, let's get back into this message. Because I got to give credit where it's due, but it is what it is. When cycles are due to be closed, those cycles will be forced. You can literally be forced out of a situation, or forced out of different cycles and or scenarios. So that's what happened. But anyway, let's get back to it. Getting sidetracked again. Listen, um, kindness. Somebody may have taken your kindness for like weakness, and like was trying to play on that. I'm getting that y'all had maybe an ex or an ex friend from the past. I'm getting that y'all have been seeing these lessons throughout your journey, and it was for you to go through and grow through those lessons. And not every last one of them ended in peace. Some of them, she ended with kicking and screaming. Listen, when you've stayed in the scenario too long, or you've stayed in the situation, or you stayed in that lesson too long, listen to me. Are y'all learning something? Listen, if you stayed in that situation for too long, it like backfires on you. When you stay in a situation, you're not supposed to be staying in the situation. You're supposed to be I'm just hearing an independent contractor. Somebody here could be an independent contractor, or that's the energy that I'm getting. Something about you having this independent contract for now. And we've been kind of talking about you meeting this divine soulmate later on down the road of your activation. Okay, for some of y'all could meet the motherfucker tomorrow. I don't know. Listen. Don't listen. Take the energy as it's resonating for you. Okay? I listen. I respect y'all. Okay, I respect y'all so much. But anyway, it was time for you to completely come back into self. Okay, and that means Nine of Pentacles energy, independence, single. For some of y'all, I have dealt with different lessons from lovers, where it was like you seeing the shit that you went through, the betrayal, the heartbreak that you healed from. It was like you were seeing that in these different individuals to let you know that this is not the one. You got to see that same energy in friendships. Like a friendship broke your heart in the past. They betrayed you in the past. You got betrayed by a friend in the past. For some of y'all met people in this season or the last season, like along the journey that had similar energy. Not the exact energy, but similar energy. Like we just gonna use I'm gonna use an example, just a quick example. Like my best friend, like from childhood, like from when I was in my partying days and shit like that, she was a stripper, she was a dancer or whatever in her, in her past, before I actually was like, oh, this is my best friend, and we was ripping and running the streets together. This is just an example. um I had a friend, a go-to energy, and in this life, I mean, in this particular season, or the last season, whichever season you want it to be, that was also a dancer type, exotic stripper energy as well. Like, and it's like the same energy. It's like, and that's just the example I'm making. It's like you were betrayed, and you saw what you needed to see from that friend from your past, but you had another significant lesson, and it be bouncing. Them lessons be bouncing until you actually learn it. and you go through and grow through. You have to grow from certain shit, y'all. And it's not gonna always be peaches and cream at the end. Some of y'all may have already went through these different energies, okay? That I'm picking up on for y'all. Good job, okay? There is no need to feel guilty. Release that energy. There's no reason to feel guilty. You went through the lesson. It may have not been the best one. It may have not been what you wanted it to be. You may have learned something. You may have really truly learned something in the midst of those different lessons. And it doesn't have to be ugly closing out, but some are. You just never know these different lessons and what people literally experience with an individual, okay? But the divine Holy Spirit is giving me the energy of letting it go, like moving on, moving forward, because you got to get back on your path as far as your activation and your energy. Is like you got, I was gonna say, you got other people to meet, the end all be all energy. Man, y'all may get a few more tests. Let's just not listen, y'all may get tested a little bit more. Let me just be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared, y'all, okay? Because y'all done already seen everything y'all needed to see. So that's the preparation right there. Your training, the things that you already persevered through, that is training. So when I always say to y'all, the work that you've already done, like you already done some work to get this far. Like you weren't just sitting around twiddling your damn tarot cards. You weren't sitting around twiddling your fingers. Like you were actually doing the work. Like you've had to walk away from people that you loved. You had to walk away from different betrayals. Like you learned a lot of different lessons. You learned like lessons from your parents and shit like that, from siblings and shit. So in this season and last one, like you may have had to close out some damn cycles. These could have been past life energy. Like a lot of this shit is from a past life. So you had to clean up and close those energies out. Whether the divine didn't care about it ending how it ugly, or if it was peaches and cream, unicorns and butterflies. They don't care about that. Destiny is destiny. Fate is fate. When it's time to go, they will kick your ass out of wherever it's at. It don't matter when it's got to be what a hostile ending. A hostile ending. So some of y'all may have had to, like a lot of this mission was hostile. It may have been a hostile hostile endings and or hostile energy in the midst of the endings, and that's okay. It comes with the journey. You know what I'm saying? Long as you are at peace with yourself, you're at peace with the situation. You ain't around here running around here like a chicken with your head cut off, beefing with everybody. Do you? You know what I'm saying? But anywho, different things have been activated for you. I love that so much. Let's get some more energy. Divine Holy Spirit, use me as a vessel at this time for the collective energy when it pertains to their awakening, to their activation, to their soul's growth, and the things that is about to crack off in their energy. Somebody here on the external of you could be confused about something. Well, I'm clearing up the confusion just in case you were confused or somebody else is confused. That listen, you don't got time for trying to help nobody figure shit out. They got to figure it out on their own. That's what this journey is really about. Like for some of y'all, this has been like a self perseverance, self love, you inner self healing, selfless, selfish for some of y'all. But look, just take the energy as it resonates. The journey back to self. So with all these betrayals that you had to heal from, and all these different lessons you've had to learn, where in places and spaces in this journey, you still have been on a journey to self. Okay? All right. Show us what we need to see here for the collective energy, please and thank you. The Seven of Cups. Confusion. An illusion. Like you've broke free from some type of an illusion. And some of y'all was still learning lessons and going through shit in the midst of an illusion. Somebody here was definitely trying to confuse you, okay? Or like somebody was trying to place an illusion over your energy as well, but you broke free from that shit too. Every time. Every time you went through this shit, it was like you defeated these people, and you literally had some energy of knowing their plans. It's like the same patterns. You literally had to go through different scenarios with different individuals with the same fucking energy, the same lessons, y'all, just with different individuals. Like you knew their plans already. You already knew what people were trying to do. They was trying to have you confused so you wouldn't know what their next plans was gonna be. You ended those cycles. It may be because you ended something with someone, but the world is here. I'm also getting something. Something is online. Okay, you could be online here, like this world wide web energy, like you're presenting yourself, or it's like somebody knows that you got a plan moving forward, or they can't wreck it, they can't stop it, they can't bereave it, they can't do none of that. Like none of that. None of that. They could literally be heartbroken about it. Okay, a Virgo here. I'm seeing I'm seeing a Virgo standing here with their hands on their hips. So this could be a Virgo, somebody with their hands on their hips or something like that. That's what I'm getting. They're standing, or you're standing up to a Virgo, or something like that. And you just standing up all around the board. I'm so very proud of you guys. Whoever's energy confirmation, yeah, they're proud of you. Y'all are like, it's energy of y'all just showing out. Like you've really been showing out. And anyway, yeah. So y'all have really been showing out. Like your justice is here. Like you're receiving justice. Like you literally have had to go through some shit to grow from it. Like how can you grow if you don't go through shit? Like you literally got spent around the corners and tornadoes, and you'd have been through the thunderstorms and the volcanoes and all types of shit. You'd have been through all of that shit, dog. Like for real. It's time for that activation to happen. It's time for the better energies, or the greater later energy. Like we always talk about, it gets greater later. Later is now. Okay, so your activation is happening now as well. Ascension energy. Things are activating through this ascension. I'm telling you, I know it is. I can feel it. Yes, I know, baby. The five of Pentacles is here. So somebody could be bitter about you leaving them behind, or they feeling left out of some shit. They bitter about it. Somebody could literally be bitter about it. It could be a Virgo. This could be an ex, y'all. Like if you don't get over it, like I'm getting that. This could be a Capricorn, Taurus, and or Virgo that may have gaslit you, or may have wanted to slow something down for you, wanted to slow down confirmation. They wanted to slow you down from becoming this. They wanted to slow you down from this energy in being activated in you. That's also what I'm getting. You could have also had like somebody here that has some type of wealth about themselves. They was trying to take your energy too here. Seven of Swords. Like it was like almost like the over for some of you I dealt with. Listen, wow. Thank you so much, Spirit. The overlay for the underplay, like y'all literally had an earth sign in y'all energy that y'all may have been confused. It meant this person was trying to, like, they were sent in to throw you off your game. Like you thinking this person attacking you and they doing this shit to you, which they could have been, but it was still somebody else. It was a stunt double here, but the stunt double was somebody you knew to be a friend of yours or an ex of yours. Like they literally had, like, it was a celebrity energy or politician that was behind the scenes. They were doing the harvesting for real. This could be that cult and or group that I be picking up, that I keep picking up on too. So it wasn't just family members and friends. They all was in the bed together when it came to your energy, because you have big, beautiful, abundant energy. It's about your spirit. It's about your energy. It's about your soul. It's about the knowledge you carry and the intellect you carry. Like, they wanted that shit for themselves. And they tried to do the overlay for the underplay shit when trying to use a stunt double. I just heard that. I'm just hearing that. A stunt double. Yeah, I know what stunt doubles is, right? Like people that are they're put in place to confuse some shit, or like they're put in place to confuse a situation, to make it look and seem like it's this person and it's really not that person. Okay, that's kind of what y'all went through. A lot of y'all went through that energy of the overlay for the underplay or whatever. But just like I said, y'all recover from some shit that somebody did to you. Like you healed from it. I'm hearing your financial energy is recovering. Like you've recovered from a lot of different sabotage here as well. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy is significant. Okay. Also, I'm picking up on some energy of some people here being under judgment and them going through endings. Yeah, them being under judgment. I don't know why I'm picking up on a wow. This came from out of nowhere, but I'm gonna say a plane crash. This could have already been something that happened, or this could be something that's coming in. I'm hearing like a false landing. This could even be like a false, like the narrative behind the plane crash was a false narrative. Listen, that don't really got a lot to do with this, but it kind of do. It's just the truth being revealed, but I'm picking up on other energy too. But it's something here significant about a betrayal or ending. Somebody that stunt double, that person that was supposed to be your friend from the past, they're under judgment here at this time. They was actually working alchemy or working magic behind you, behind your back or whatever. Okay, to block a new opportunity or stop you from receiving some type of cup of love, or like if you don't move your ass around, like wanted to like you dealt with different situations that slowed you down, baby. Even if it was something you had to learn, or you learned something in some of these situations, it was stagnating you. It slowed you down, and that's why your ass had them abrupt endings or those forced endings, because destiny is at play. Can't nobody stop that shit. Nobody. Okay. What else is here? A King of Wands is significant. So somebody from the past, Six of Cups. This could have been why am I picking up on this? Some of y'all got an ex that is like a Casanova, or somebody that's very attractive from your past that was definitely trying to block you from a new love, or from trying to block you from excelling or expanding. I'm hearing expansion. Like, so you can already have a business, or like this motherfucker in your business. They too far gone into your business is what I'm getting. I'm also getting the energy of this past person definitely playing a big role in something that may have even happened to you sexually, or like manipulated an individual, or like sent some projection at you for you to be intimate with somebody you wasn't supposed to be intimate with. I don't know who this is for. Just take the energy. It might not even be for you. But I'm also picking up on an ex that was very promiscuous. This is somebody that had a lot of sex with a lot of different people, but they worried about you. They worried about your new love and your new life and your newfound energy and you being activated and what God is doing for you. Like, what is going on here? What is going on here? Like, what? That's too much. The King of Cups is significant, okay? So, what I'm not about to play with you. The gay ex-husband. I'm not finna play with you. Somebody here was very emotionally manipulative. A Scorpio is significant. A water sign energy. A Scorpio. You ended something with a Scorpio. For some of y'all, the death card is here to show that you ended something here with a very sexual being. They had a sexual addiction out of this fucking world. Like, this is something they love to do. They like having sex with a lot of different people. This could even be somebody that could be like a part of polygamy, or some shit like that. Here it is, they worried about you and your activation and you moving forward and who you finna be with. Look, worried about who you finna be with. Two of Cups. They see you getting your wish fulfilled. Like, they see you're going to choose the best thing moving forward is also what I'm saying, because you're very intelligent here with the Queen of Swords. Like, you've been speaking up about it. You in this Empress energy. So things have definitely been activating. Your finances have been activating. Your divine inheritance has activated. So any situation you may have been dealing with, it had an abrupt ending because of this. So yeah. What else is here that we need to see for the collective? For my collective energy, like the Queen of Wands, the Queen of very, very, very passionate. Something significant about passion. Um, it's going to be a lot of passion. You give a lot of passion. Okay, this ex is also in their feelings because, excuse my wording if I'm not saying this right. You are very confident in your sexual business, or like not a business, but when you have like when you're passionate, like you love, you do, you love, but you're very passionate. Somebody know you got that glow. Like, I'm talking about sexually. I'm not trying to tell your business, but you got that glow when it comes to you, how you do what you do. And you're very loving, okay? This could have even caused energy for your ass to be attacked too. People could have been trying to harvest energy off your sacral chakra too. Listen, I'm just saying. What you want me to say? Was trying to say like in in a better way, like you got that glow. Anyway, they know what's up, and they not getting no more of that shit, and they feeling some type of way about it. But you're not going back. You're not going back to nothing like this. This is not something that you have even been thinking about going back or being with the individual. Now, if you went back there as far as like thoughts, it's like, bitch, I'm never coming back. We're never gonna be friends again. Like, you did what you did. Like, I would never talk to you again. Like, I don't want to talk to you. I'm not gonna accept an apology from you. Like, because somebody is intentionally or purposely trying to pry into your energy or embrace your energy in some type of shape, form, fashion. Mind you, this is somebody that's attacked you, stalked you, gang stalked you, tried to do death spells, unlive your ass, all types of shit. So what? Apologize to who? She gonna do what? What? I don't think so. And that's the truth here, okay? Definitely here with the Three of Cups. It's definitely a friend here is in the midst of a situation here as well that may have held back the truth when it comes to you and what people were doing behind your back. Like definitely like a funneler. Somebody here was a funneler as well. Like, yeah. I'm just picking up on that shit too. They could have been like a funneler for a Taurus. There's somebody here with Taurus placements. They was working with this person to work against you with the Eight of Pentacles. These are people that was working with wealthy individuals too. We keep picking up on this energy of wealthy individuals. And you knew somebody was in the bed with a motherfucker that had some power about themselves. Like they was in the bed with a machine. And they ain't talking about no rose and no blow up doll. They was in the bed with the big wigs, like motherfuckers that was about that shit for real, okay? And that's why you truly walked away from this person. You walked away because you started picking up on shit like chosen ones, like you were tapped into different other chosen ones where they were sharing their experiences and shit that they may have been through. And here it is, the government and the different celebrities, y'all picking, everybody picking up on this shit. And you like, oh, you in the music industry, you dealing with people in the music industry and shit. You want to be a rapper. Oh, so you want to be a rapper and shit. And you trying to sacrifice me. Like, you want to be a rapper. You want to be a singer and shit. You just want some money. So you hopped in the bed too. Like, anyway. What else is here? And then we're going to change the deck. We're going to get some tea. Okay. One more, Spirit, for the collective. Like, these motherfuckers wanted to be rappers and shit. I want to be a rapper. So I'm going to sacrifice this person so I can be a rapper. Okay, bitch. You want to be a rapper? Okay, cool. You done wrapped your ass around a tree. You hear me? You done got wrapped around a damn tree trying to be a rapper. You want to sacrifice a chosen one. Are you trying to sacrifice a chosen one? Or trying to get a chosen one to sacrifice themselves? What? Okay. Give me a card. Are we done with this shit? Are we done with the deck? That's what, okay. The Three of Pentacles. With different work that was being done against you. The different work that was being done against you, you still became successful. Or you still have a custom. Like the abilities to become successful or the abilities to manifest your way out of certain situations is what I'm also getting. Okay, with this star energy, something here is significant about your success or something was successful. Somebody thought some work they did against you was successful. Somebody here could be an Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, and or Virgo. I'm also picking up on the energy of somebody going to jail. Take that energy as it resonates, y'all. Let's get some. Alright. Something here is significant about some exposure. Somebody exposed themselves. Somebody was doing illegal surveillance or somebody got some type of video footage of you. They trying to expose you or something. Is also what I'm getting in this energy. You may have been intimate with your lover and y'all may have video the intimacy. For some of y'all may have not. But what I'm getting is somebody may have tried to do like a revenge plot on some revenge porn. That's what I'm getting. Some type of revenge porn. Wow. What's here for the collective? This is definitely somebody you went through an ending with. This ending was like abrupt. You may have not even talked to this person in years, y'all. Y'all ain't communicate. These people that may be trying to come in and communicate with you, you have not talked to these people in years. So I don't think that you're gonna be in a space where it's like, let's meet up. Let's go have crumpets and tea. I don't think so. Like, no, you ain't doing that. You know that these people are energy vampires. Okay, and that they harvest people energy and shit. They unalive people for their energy. Somebody here could be an alcoholic. This person is they're getting whooped on. So the ancestors they get say they're getting their ass whooped or something, or somebody got into a fight or something. I'm also picking up on the energy of PPP loans. So somebody may have frauded you in the past. Like these people, they frauded you. Fraud is here. So we picking up on that too. They thought by frauding you and doing PPP loans in your name. Remember, we was getting them loans to start businesses and to start businesses. Some of y'all didn't receive a motherfucking PPP loan. Y'all couldn't even get the bitch because somebody had done already got it. Somebody had already got a PPP loan in your name. They did this to keep you stuck. With traffic jam. They did that shit to keep you stuck. But you still moved on. You were still able to move forward. After the fact of that, they started doing death magic to keep you stuck. Cause somebody started getting mad because they couldn't block you or stop you. You just was moving on. You were just sailing on. Yes. This cult or coven. They was mad at your ass. Like you exposing them, you exposing their deep dark secrets and shit. And you just when they get the people speak up against these motherfuckers, the ones y'all know who I'm talking about. When people get to speaking up against them and like the truth is being exposed and people getting exposed, they unalive them people. They put them people to sleep. Thank you. They put them people to sleep. People get put to sleep that know the truth about these cults, these covens that speaking up the truth and shit. After they done tried to unalive your ass, and here it is, you still speaking the truth and shit. Wow. I love it. The justice system is significant. So it's something you went through a betrayal or something here with the justice system. Y'all know that cults and covens could be in any corporation. They could be at your job. They could be at my job. They could be in the justice system, celebrities, politicians, so forth and so on. It doesn't matter. Nike company, the motherfuckers could have a cult too. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Just like Balenciaga, the motherfuckers like people get unalived every day, B. What they say? People get unalived from these cults, them people knowing the truth and shit. But you, not you, baby. Not you. You couldn't get unalived unless you unalived your motherfucking self. And that's what I'm saying. Like, with this whole thing of fate and destiny playing out. Y'all know the rest. Fate and destiny. That shit's gonna happen regardless, in divine timing, in divine's timing, the divine. You are a divine one. And people be trying to play. People be out here trying to play and shit. They want to play in this energy. You come from a royal bloodline. Okay, the divine mother and father are here. Okay. In whatever aspect that you see the divine mother and father, okay? Y'all know I adhere to Hinduism, so my divine mother and father is Lord Shiva and Ma Durga. Okay, so that's neither here nor there, but a lot of y'all adhere to the Most High God, and I adhere to the Most High God too. Like, it's just different strokes for different folks, okay? But what I'm getting here is that is somebody here you literally had a karmic relationship with. Whoever you was in this karmic relationship, they're currently going broke, and that's why they're doing all this different shit. And they was participating with the people to do the rituals and trying to harvest your energy because motherfuckers wanted to be a rapper. Okay, motherfuckers too old to be trying to be a rapper. Once you hit 40, it's over. It's over. No more trying to be a rapper. Like, I know, listen, I know some of y'all like this, but listen, I get it. Like, in different situations, like, for real though, like, be something else. Be something to help the communities, or like you supposed to be like a leader, and they be trying to put rappers in the position of leadership and shit, and they not leading nobody, leading everybody to hell. Anyway, and somebody here you're pressing charges on, so somebody's getting the charges pressed on them. Okay, that's what they say. You pressing charges on somebody. It says coming for you was the wrong thing to do. So if they do try to bring up some old sex pictures or some sex videos or whatever, trying to post your shit on Facebook or the dark web, you pressing charges. It's like you already know about something being released on like the dark web and some type of illegal surveillance. So somebody illegally was surveillance you having sex with somebody else. They got the video or they got the documents and they want to release it. Or some shit like that. Let's get a closing message, dog. Like, I'm not finna play with these people. They ain't finna give me a headache. They're not finna give me a headache. It's a sister on your mom's side that's significant. Okay? For some of y'all got a sibling, some siblings that's, that may have been in the midst of this situation, but something they were trying to get something rerouted, or they had something rerouted. Something was rerouted, shit, like sent somewhere else, but you about to receive justice, and whatever was rerouted, like they had, like I said, like the stunt double energy. There was real people playing stunt doubles, like your siblings and shit. They was stunt doubles. It says this is a big scandal of corruption, a big scandal of corruption to your intellectual property or your property. That's what I'm getting. Injustice is being served. Okay, take the energy as it resonates for you and leave the rest. We're gonna leave it there because it ain't finna. I'm telling you, they're not finna give me a headache, dog. No, but anyway, justice is definitely being served, and that's why your gifts are activating and you going through an ascension because it's time for all of that. Like, they mad as fuck. They couldn't unalive your ass. Here, did you speaking the truth and shit? They mad because they didn't succeed in their plans. Too bad. Too bad. But anyway, y'all, let me get out of here, y'all. Like I said, take the energy as it resonates for you and leave the rest. I love you all so much. Do your spiritual work. Do what it is that you are supposed to be doing when it comes to your self preservation, your self love, self healing. Because at the end of the day, and at the end of all this bullshit that you've had to go through and grow through, you've had to come back to self. All right? All right, y'all.